There are some new rumors going around that trailer 3 might be coming in April. I made a video about this a couple days ago, and there are some updates about this video that might be very exciting, but I also want to clear up a lot of things regarding summer marketing and why that has nothing to do with the actual trailer release, therefore it being okay for it to come out earlier than June, and a bunch of other updates, so let's get into this.
Hey.
Put the team on my back. Never fold, never crack.
Here we go.
Always roll with a pack. Now tell me how you like that.
GTA 6 marketing campaign kicking off this summer, which is news from a while back when the earnings call from Take-Two Interactive, which is the parent company of Rockstar Games who makes GTA 6. And because I shared this Game Riot and TGG news, a lot of people pointed out, yo, GTA 6 marketing campaigns is starting in the summer. There's nothing going on in April and May because that doesn't include the summer. Well, I gotta explain it here again. I explained it at the end of the video saying I would get a lot of comments talking about this, and I explained it, but I still got a lot of comments because people didn't watch the whole video, which is fine. Trailer 3, pre-orders, etc., everything that Rockstar Games is posting and revealing is not part of the quote-unquote summer marketing that Take-Two is talking about. Summer marketing really just means paid advertisement for TV, commercial, billboards, the World Cup, displayed advertising. That is what they're talking about. Now, in order for those advertisements to be displayed, you need some footage, you need some stuff to display, and that is trailer 3 in this case. And they'll maybe do trailer 2 as well. I don't think they'll display trailer 1 because it's so outdated. Maybe trailer 2 is also even very outdated when we go and watch the eventual trailer 3 that will come out in terms of graphics and innovations. Maybe it's way crazier than even the leap from trailer 1 to trailer 2, so we don't know. So there is a lot of stuff that still needs to be officially released by Rockstar before it can be sent over to these marketing companies and advertising agencies. Because if they get it first and the fans like us are not getting it first, it's gonna get leaked. You already know how this happens. Rockstar does everything in-house, even the pre-orders. The first month that you can pre-order GTA 6 will be from the Rockstar warehouse, which is an in-house manufacturing kind of company within the company, which creates all the physical media, the discs, burning all the discs, printing all the posters, making the collector's box and all the other editions physically for you to be shipped to your house at release. And a month later, it's gonna be sent all over to every single retailer, and other manufacturing companies are able to print all these things. But this just helps with secrecy and avoiding leaks. So this is really why the marketing campaign is technically starting in the summer, if you want to word it that way. Trailer 3 is definitely coming out way before the summer, which is great news. Quick interruption, not a sponsor. I am doing this after I edited the video because I wanted to take a look at the billboard ad history and that type of stuff for RDR2 and GTA 5. So here it is. This is a little bit of a rundown. GTA 5 came out September 17 of 2013, long time ago, and they did have a little bit of a fake out ads because the game was delayed after that. But then we have the massive billboards and murals roughly 6 weeks before launch, so very close. In August of 2013 you had the famous hand-painted murals in Hotel Figueroa, whatever that is, which looked like this, which were hand-painted, revealing the artworks, which was dope. And then you had a massive 10-story billboards in New York City, which were completed in early September of 2013. So very close to release. And then we got TV commercials also in early September, just 16 days before the game hits shelves. Now, for Red Dead Redemption 2, the first outdoor ad was August 6th, nearly 3 months before launch, which was October 26, 2018. And these were character art billboards showing Arthur Morgan and the Van der Linde gang in New York City. And then you have major station takeovers in October 2018, about 3 to 4 weeks before launch, so the beginning of October, where they took over major transit hubs, the Broadway, Lafayette subway, if I pronounce that correctly, and various stations in London, completely covered in RDR2 posters, pillars and floor decals in early October. And then mid-October, about 2 weeks before launch, that's when all the TV commercials and stuff came out. Now, obviously, with GTA 6, this might be a lot different because we have social media, which is way more prevalent now. I mean, RDR2 came out, what, 8 years ago? So it's been a long time and a lot has changed. But I just wanted to give you this little breakdown. Let's get back to the video. We've already talked about this tweet in my last video, but for those who don't know, TGG, a big YouTuber, made a prediction saying trailer 3 coming in April, early in the month. He says that he'll give it away if trailer 3 actually comes. Now GameRiot, another YouTuber who does Let's Plays and stuff, he says that there's something related in April, and I assumed that he was talking about TGG's tweet, but he clarified some extra things. Because Mr. Ike Pixel Gamer says first TGG, now you, and GameRiot says just a rumor, I heard some rumblings from a few people. And then somebody asks from TGG or independently in terms of hearing those rumblings, and GameRiot says someone in the press and a few people in a publisher heard something. And then another user, UltraBot, also asks April 1st, and GameRiot says probably not. Now the big question is, of course, is GameRiot a reliable source? And the answer is, who knows? If you go to his YouTube channel, in terms of numbers, it does indicate that he might have some sources because he's been in the game for such a long time. You can see he has over 10,000 videos. His channel was created at the beginning in January of 2012 and he has almost 2 million subscribers. However, his views are, you know, kind of like the same, if not less than my YouTube channel, funnily enough, per video that is. And I only have 12k subs. Now, that doesn't mean he's not reliable. If you are this long in the game, publishers and marketing companies will come to you to give you an early access version of the game so that you can create videos in case the game releases, and then on release date you'll be able to boom, upload the video right away, and so you're kind of ahead of all the casual players who then needs to, you know, download the game at release and play it and then make a video on it and publish it. So you're kind of an early bird if you're a YouTube channel like this who does playthroughs. So yeah, it might be that this guy is somewhat reliable, especially because he's saying that he has a few people who are talking about this within these sources, and of course the sources are never explained. I tried to get a hold of a source, but they wouldn't comment on it, so yeah. It's up in the air. Who knows if this is true, but if TGG and this other guy, both big YouTubers, are talking about this, there might be a chance something is going on. And this brings us to the release date. There's basically 2 dates of trailer 3 coming out. One date is complying with the theory that TGG and GameRiot have, which is that the trailer might come out in early April. The second theory is the early May, before the earnings call theory. So let's go through the both of them. So here we got April and May. Now, trailers always come out either on a Tuesday or a Friday, but more likely on a Tuesday. The reason for this is because that gives the news, the people who are working on the news outlets, their time to analyze this and have everybody hyped on it, create all these articles for us, create all the videos, etc. And then, you know, in the weekends, the fans and the people who are working, the general audience, the general class people, will be able to talk about it with their friends and stuff in depth. So if we're going for a April release, this trailer would come out most likely April 7th. That is the only date for early April. April 14 isn't really that early in April, it's mid-April. So yeah. For the May release, you can already see it is probably gonna be May 5th. And I gravitate towards May 5th a little bit more because it's closer to the summer and closer to the Take-Two Interactive earnings call. And also for Red Dead Redemption 2, Rockstar's previous title, and GTA 5, the title before that, they've never done a trailer so far from release date when it comes to trailer 3. This is something that a good friend from the channel, Rockstation, has pointed out, saying the character trailers, which was trailer 3 for GTA 5, dropped in April based on a September release date. So yes, it did drop in April, just like people are saying for GTA 6. 6, but you gotta understand that the release date of that game was 2 months earlier than that as well. So with that logic, you could say that trailer 3 is coming out around June actually. Now for RDR2, the third trailer dropped in May 2018 on an October release. So it's 1 month later, and trailer 3 also dropped 1 month later compared to GTA 5. So Rockstation is saying it's coming out likely in June. Now the reason I don't think this is happening is because of the earnings call, and I think it's gonna come out May 5th. Last year, these are all the earnings call dates, and you can go and listen in and look at the presentation and everything of that. Last year, the earnings call was on May 15th, so the middle of May, with trailer 2 coming out on May 6th. I talked about this in the last video, just reiterating this for those who haven't seen it. That is a little over a week before the earnings call, which gave people time to talk about the game, get the stocks up so that the earnings call would go a little bit more smooth and investors were a little bit more confident. And this is the first earnings call where they can give their projections for fiscal year, which starts in April. So that's why people are saying it's in April, you know, the fiscal year starts then, which is when they start counting money for this year, which is also the same year where GTA 6 comes out. And investors think that that's very important to have, you know, this year it was so big, you know. That's why people are saying April might be the date, in addition to some publishers and people in the industry saying something might come out from GTA 6. So that's the latest updates of this story. If you want to keep up with this latest story, and if trailer 3 eventually comes out and you want to have the breakdown videos and everything for trailer 2 and 1, and all the analysis is also on my YouTube channel, so go ahead and check it out. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe, like, and comment what you think. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to the members on screen, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.